Okay, a number of people have done Let's Plays on this game, and I think the only thing that I would say about them is that they are approaching the game as newbies, and so they don't really give you a good idea of how you're supposed to play the game. So this is going to be a series on how to play the game a little bit better and hopefully succeed. We'll start a new game, and you see we have the choice of easy, normal, hard, and impossible. I will stick with normal for now. You have a choice of characters, classes, and they are warrior, paladin, and mage. Warrior, obviously strong fighting, but doesn't have any strong magical ability. The mage has a lot of magical ability, but not as strong a fighter. And then the paladin kind of blends the two. So we'll go with paladin for this game. And we're going to rename him. Boy, it's taking a long time to backspace through this. Okay, and you can choose an emblem. This doesn't really have any kind of impact on the game, so we'll just pick the unicorn and go to next. Okay. And here's the
King Mark's ascent to the throne
backstory.
was unusual for the glorious kingdom of Darien.
But we're just going to skip it. It's a bunch of stuff. And it's taking a long time to load. While it's doing that, I'll mention that King's Bounty was originally produced in something like 1990, and it was a predecessor to the Heroes of Might and Magic games, which were really terrific. And this is actually a reworking of King's Bounty into a new type of game that has some of the original features, but obviously a lot better graphics and stuff like that. This actual version of the game came out in 2008, and it's a really terrific game. Great music, great graphics, a lot of fun. So I highly recommend that you pick it up if you can find it somewhere. I got my copy at Half Price Books, and I think I paid $5 for it. And wow, what a terrific buy that was. Boy, this is really crawling. The last time I did this, it wasn't quite as slow. And I'll probably want to clip these out if they're going to last this long. This is ridiculous. The Heroes of Might and Magic series, there were at least 5. I think there were 6 now. And they were very smart turn-based combat games. You had all the time in the world to think about what you wanted to do, and that's pretty much the same with this, although there is some arcade aspects to it, at least when you're out on the adventure map, because sometimes the monster stacks will chase you around, and sometimes you can avoid them and sometimes you can't. So let's see, while we're waiting, I'll also mention that there are a lot of economies in this game, mini economies. And I guess the most obvious one is that you spend money to get armies for your hero. Here we go. Okay. And we are in the temple where Iron Richard will determine our future. And I'll kind of go through this pretty quickly. He tells you that you've been a good student and now it's time to give you the test. So we'll try to pass the test. And in the first room we find a dragon and a princess that we must save. My faith will be my shield. And he gives you a training sword, and we'll kind of retort, and he says, yeah, don't worry, you got these creatures down below, and actually he's going to give us a couple more. Okay, and you see we got some other armies to help us in this battle. Okay, so we'll go in here. Okay, looks like it's loading a little bit faster this time. It's still slow, but I think Fraps is slowing it down a little bit. Okay, and we are into the next room. Let's take a look at our hero. And you can see that although they said they gave you a training sword, I don't have it here. And over here on the side is where you build up your hero as you get experience points. And you can see we've already got some runes here. These are what you exchange to get the promotions in the different categories. There's might, mind, and magic. Mind is what kind of the focus of the paladin, might is the focus of the warrior, and magic is the focus of the mage. And you can see, like if we take training, it requires 2 of these runes. And training helps you train his troops, teaching them new battle skills, and the swordsman will have the smashing blow, which is actually a pretty cool thing. Rage control, we'll go through rage quite a bit later because it doesn't matter early in the game. And then let's look over at magic skills. And magic skills, we have wisdom, and that's a very important one because it increases the amount of mana and the number of scrolls that you can have in your spell book. And down below, here's order magic. Now this is very important. You have to, in order to have the spells permanently, rather than just have scrolls that you use up one at a time, you have to learn these categories: order magic, distortion magic, and chaos magic. And so it's very useful to have this, but right now we can't get there because we need 4 of the magic runes, and then we would need 2 more to get the order magic. So we'll just skip this for now and go ahead and take a look in this room. Okay, and the first thing you'll learn is that you want to look everywhere because there are little goodies hidden in this room. There we go. We pick up 520 gold. And let's see, here's a flag. These flags give you leadership promotions, and leadership is necessary to add more troops to your thing because only a certain number of troops of any type will join your army until you get more leadership. As you get more leadership, more and more of those troops will join your army. You can see right down here we have terrific leadership right now, 2164. Unfortunately, that will not last. Okay, so now we're in the room where the dragon is hidden, and there's the princess that we supposedly want to get, although you can see it says it's a dummy. So we'll go ahead. We could try to work our way around this, but it's valuable to take a battle with this guy and learn about the battle system. Okay, and now we're going into battle with the dragon. And thank God this progress meter is going a little bit faster than it was before. And as soon as I said that, there we go. Okay, and here's the combat system. You can see it's laid out on a hex grid so that you can go straight forward, but in order to go sideways you have to go one up, one side, and one downside, one northeast, one southwest. So let's go ahead and attack this guy. Now ordinarily I would not do it this way, and I'll explain why later, but right now it doesn't matter because we're not going to have these troops after we get out of this training area. You'll have to wait a long time before you get these horsemen, which are really powerful units. Okay, and you see the dragon took 76 hit points, we took 114. So let's take a look at the dragon. He has 624 hit points left out of 700. Okay, so he's still pretty damn strong, and we're going to have to work at tearing him down a bit. So first thing to look at is you can see as you hover the arrow over him what the damage you'll do, and in this case 2 to 4, that's not much. And over here this priest has some skills that he can use. He can heal or he can bless. So let's bless, and that increases the guy's ability to cause maximum damage, and we'll bless the knights. Okay, and now we'll use our archers, and that's only going to cause 4 to 5 damage. I should have done something else, but I'll show you in a second. He had an ability that I should have used. Okay, and now the knight will do 153 damage. And also note that only the first attack, physical attack, is retaliated by the enemy. After the first attack, you don't have to worry about retaliation strikes, so it kind of makes it easier, and it's also a very important point to note because you can use that later, you know, to reduce the amount of damage that you take. Alright, so now let's look at our spell book. We have healing, so let's try healing one of our units. That's going to recover 55 health. That's pretty good. The knight, that's going to recover 55, and you can see we're only going to get 2 out of the peasants, so it doesn't make sense healing them. Alright, so we healed the knight, and now we attack. See, he's going to take a special charge at the guy. Blam, 138 hit points. That was a critical attack. And every now and then you get these critical strikes that really help your attack power. Alright, so now we'll shoot this guy. And now, see, here's a special bowman attack. He's got a frost arrow that he can use on him, so we'll use the frost arrow, and you can see that he is now frozen. And what does that mean? Well, it reduces his speed. He can't travel anywhere near as fast. He actually can't even travel at all right now. So let's see, we'll attack here. Again, no retaliation because the horseman took the retaliation. Okay. And we're getting closer. How's he at now? He's only got 95 hit points. So we're just about ready to do him in. Let's not attack with him, so let's wait. Let's let those guys do their damage. So the other thing is that the enemy will not counterattack if you kill it in that attack. So see here, we're going to damage him 119 to 153, which is more than the hit points that he has left, and he's going to get killed. And he will not counterattack, even though this is his first physical attack that he's taken this turn. Okay, so we killed the dragon. And pretty soon we'll see that we picked up some experience points, 30 points, and you can see we only need 100 to get a level up. And here's what we lost. We lost 29 peasants and 3 horsemen, and he lost the 1 dragon. And we we also got some treasure. Okay, and while we're waiting for this to progress, I'm going to cut this off here, and I'll start a new